Well, it's that time again. You're looking for new games now that you found yourself emotionally lost after you finished your last RPG. Or, well, at least you need to find something to fill your time. Well, don't you worry. We'll be taking a look at 3 upcoming roguelikes that you, me, and your pet rabbit, or whatever you have, should keep an eye on. Though, I have a lot of mixed emotions on number 2. Either way, let's get right into the first game. For the first game, let's take a look at To Kill a God. What an ominous name. A game that's very focused on the concept of skill tree progression. Like, literally, the entire game is doing fights to get upgrades and progress through your skill tree to eventually summon the boss. You can select different nodes and engage in fights that have similar mechanics to Path of Exile or Diablo. The visuals for this game are a very nice pixel style. It reminds me a little bit of Children of Morta if you're familiar. The gameplay is very solid. However, I feel like this game needs a little bit more time in the oven, as the music just disappears sometimes, leaving you with nothing to listen to. Likewise, there's an issue of, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? All we know is that we do a summoning circle thing, and yep, that's it. That's all we know. So it's something that is lacking in my mind. But the problems of 3 more classes, interesting combat, and honestly lots of different paths to take when upgrading your character, I feel like there's a lot of promise. So I think it's definitely worth taking a look. This game doesn't have an exact release date, but it should be coming out in the next few months or early next year. On to number 2. We have an interesting game called Sin Slayer's Reign of the Eight. This game is, ironically, published by the people who published Megaloot, so we all know how I feel about that one. But this game has a lot more promise in my eyes. We start with a nice cutscene with honestly some very good sound design where you find your party of heroes fighting through wave after wave of monsters until you come across a church, which holds an old sage. He enlists, totally not forcing you, to go fight the sins in all the surrounding areas, to break his seals to make sure he gets enough power to, well, fix everything. You are given your first heroes and pointed to go to the forest to kill your first sin. However, my problem with this is the game teaches you mainly through walls of text and nothing actually interactive, so you better hope you can cram all that information into your brain because, well, there's quite a bit. Either way, the cool part of this game is that it lets you explore the world to find traps, chests, and enemies. Honestly, it kinda reminds me, and some other people, of Darkest Dungeons, as you have to balance a sin level that makes everything harder if it gets too high. That being said, I feel like there's a little bit too much RNG with what's going on in this game. And hell, the reason I even got to the first boss, and the only boss in the demo, and the only reason I really got to him, is because I spawned next to a portal that just took me there. And then I promptly whooped his ass. So yeah, there's that. Sin Slayer's demo any % champion right here. But either way, I think the combat holds promise. The visuals are pretty good, the sound is good, I just wish things were a bit more explained and it didn't feel so RNG reliant. Either way, if you're interested in looking deeper into this game, it should be coming out within the next few months. But yeah, that was the second game. But we still have one more, and trust me, this is the best one. The final game on our list is none other than Windblown, a beautiful hack-and-slash style game where you take control of a funky little animal and explore what is called the Void to find memories of previous adventurers and upgrade your base camp. I have to say, the world of this game is amazing. You dash along all these floating platforms and see the world unfold around you. The music and sound design is also super good. The gameplay feels smooth and the movement is wonderful. The only complaint I could have is that to move around the map, you have to dash everywhere, across platforms, to go up areas. Yeah, there's no jump button, so good luck with that. And all this dashing could put some strain on your designated dash finger. But the good news is there's no cooldown on your dash when you aren't in combat, so you can make some really good time. Honestly, this game feels like furry Hades and it has co-op, so it feels like that's even more of a reason. Out of all the demos I played, this one definitely felt the most polished, and I feel like everyone should give this demo a try and prepare for the full release, which is actually already out now. During the time of this video, game came out, so go check it out if you're interested. Those are the 3, but hey, don't click off yet. I just want to say we just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been there giving me support for everything I do. So that's why, as a little thank you, I'm going to be giving away 2 games. One will be Cobalt Core, as this was the first video I ever had that hit over 1,000 views, and it holds a special place in my heart, not only because of that, but just the game itself is so well designed. And a second is, well, Tangle Deep. This video is what really pushed us over the edge to bring us where we are now. So with those two in mind, I gotta be choosing 2 different winners, one for each of these games. So to enter, there will be a Google form in the description. All you have to do is fill that out, and in the next video, I'll be announcing the winners. Thank you all again. Thank you so much for all the support and everything you guys have given me. It really means the world to me, and I can't express that enough. But speaking of those 2 videos, if you haven't seen them, I would definitely go check them out. Those are 2 wonderful games that I feel like that everyone should know about. I would recommend starting with my video on Tangle Deep. So if you're curious, it'll be right next to me. Go check it out, and thank you all again. Bye-bye.